This is awesome. I personally find this to be very funny. I'm sure that like NATO Atlanticists are freaking the fuck out about this, but Donald Trump got so mad that Friedrich Merz, for once, remembered that, you know, he has certain responsibilities, or at least remembered he had a fucking brain, and turned around and said, what America's doing in Iran is actually unbelievably stupid, and what America's doing in Iran is you know, really hurting both America, accelerating its demise, and even hurting its allies such as ourselves in Germany, right? The one time where he offered a little bit of pushback, and Donald Trump's like, well, guess what? We're withdrawing 5,000 troops from Germany to, I guess, somehow punish Germany, because Germany is not involving itself in our unbelievably stupid military conquest over Iran that has been a failure, which Merz said was humiliating for America. He said the United States is being humiliated by Iran due to the actions that it's taken. Now America's saying, okay, no more military occupation of Germany? Oh no. Oh no. Germany might have a semblance, a crumb of autonomy. Oh no. What will Germany do? Okay. What will Germany do? Perhaps maybe our German socialist comrades can take advantage of this moment for once in their lives and organize around this to be like, yes, this is great. Please keep it going. Keep up the movement. This is good. This is good for a better utilization of American resources. This is good for Germany to develop some semblance of autonomy and sovereignty. Not that it's going to happen regardless, but you know, it's a good thing. Good job, Trump. Keep it going. More of this, please. I am in favor of this. Why don't you go to Israel? You'll be arrested, but bring way more attention and emotion to yourself. Dude, do you think I'm suicidal? I want to let it be known. I am not suicidal in any way, shape, or form. I am not depressed. I don't have any free weights in the home. Okay. I do not have any weapons in the home. Okay. Like what? I'm not doing this for self-promotion. And not only that, but also all of this ends, at least for me, if I go to Israel and die. Okay. Are you Mossad chatter? You're like, come to Israel. We will treat you very good. Come to Israel, please. Why don't you go to Israel? It's tiny nation, surrounded by scary countries. Come to Israel. See, it's bad neighborhood. Yeah, size of New Jersey. It's fine. Come to Israel. They will just arrest you, and then it will boost your profile. I know that you're both pro-worker and anti-war, but I want to push on that. Would you be in favor of a U.S. government that uses the U.S.'s might to threaten to and intervene on countries with low tax for the rich for them to increase them? What? You're saying, like, we have a communist government, and the communist government is unbelievably militant, and there's a United States that's like the United Soviet States, okay, but there's still like a capitalist European Union or something, and America is now going to say, hey, we'll militarily intervene unless you give your workers more rights. Is that what you're saying? What kind of question is this? Yes. Do you think the world would look the same? Where would there be any, let's say America magically overnight turns into a communist utopia. Why would any other country not also move in that direction, especially our vassals? Like, this is a ridiculous hypothetical.
The president making the declaration in a letter to Congress, but undercutting his own argument just hours later.
You know, we're in a war because I think you would agree we cannot.
To the first-time chatter who said you should leave the U.S. if you hate it so much. I don't like the current government, okay? I don't like many of the previous governments either. That doesn't mean I dislike the people, okay? Especially because if I hated the United States of America and wanted it to perish, then I would be a Republican, okay? Now, you might think you love America, but if you vote for the Republican Party, or if you vote for these right-wing Democrats as well, you're basically accelerating America's demise, and you're harming both yourself, your loved ones, and Americans all around the country, okay? If I hated America, I would love the current American government. If I hated Americans, I would love the idea that is resilient in the American political class that Americans don't deserve free healthcare. So I always find it funny whenever people go, oh, dude, you hate America. Why don't you leave America? It's like, brother, I don't think you understand. I want you to have healthcare. I want you to have free college. I want there not to be any homelessness in the streets. I want our drug problems to be solved. Okay. How can you say that I hate America and especially Americans too, if I want these sorts of things. These guys don't. And it's really funny because Republicans will openly admit they don't want those things. Problem is, of course, because we're so goddamn propagandized, because we're so fucking propagandized, we think, yeah, the people that are telling us that we don't deserve more are the ones that actually love America, and the people telling us we do deserve more absolutely hate it.
Do we want to go and just blast the hell out of him and finish him forever, or do we want to try and make a deal?
Yeah, he's so nice that he could press that button any moment, but he just simply hasn't. Or perhaps he tried to press that button over and over again and found out that it doesn't actually work. I don't know. Maybe that's why we're in this current quagmire. Yeah, Zach Polanski retweeted something that was critical of the way the police dealt with it, apparently, because they were like kicking the dude after he got tased, okay? Which, you know, optically speaking, isn't the greatest approach to the subject, right? Maybe a little too woke for British society's taste. They kicked him on the head like 5 times. Zach was not wrong. They made a decision to kick him on the head 5 times while he still had a knife. Only a third Jewish community officer thought to disarm him first. Nah, watch the vid. It's insane. Oh, this is America. Oh, I didn't realize they were doing American style apprehensions here. Shit, my mistake. Yeah, that's unbelievable. And it's rank police cruelty, police brutality. And it's also straight up exactly what happens in America all the time. The only distinction here is that they don't have lethal arms here. They're using a taser.
Get him! Bin Thomas.
Oh, they.
Get him!
Only guy in the olive shirt thought to go with the knife. I think he's a Jewish community police officer. What is it called? Like Shomrim or something, right? I mean, brother, he has a knife in his hand. Bro, have you guys seen the way, awful optics law, he's got a knife in his hand, dude? No, I'm saying, first of all, I'm an American, okay? I've seen American cops do this to someone that has no weapon whatsoever, okay? And not even in the aftermath of a stabbing incident. It's still brutality regardless, because if you have the capacity to disarm someone, no matter how heinous their crime is, without kicking them in the head, you do it. Because every action that cops are supposed to take in the situation, again, these are not normal people. These are officers of the law. They have a totally different set of standards in the way that they behave, okay? Or at least they're supposed to. And I thought, perhaps foolishly, that they do in the UK behave by the book. That's the reason why the third guy walks up and just takes the knife out of his hand, which doesn't stop the cops from continuously kicking him in the back of the head. Now, I know many people's attitude is, fuck him. He's a mass stabber. Who gives a shit? Fuck him, kill him, right? Like, well, there's a good reason for why, and I say this as an American, there's a good reason for why you're not supposed to do that if the situation can be dealt with by less cruel means. Because a society that looks at this and justifies this act of violence will justify this act of violence elsewhere as well. And I, again, am repeating this statement as an American, okay? That's why I'm telling you, I know what that looks like when cops are allowed to do this sort of thing. If the person is is basically incapacitated on the ground, and you see officers of the law kick them in the head numerous times, and you say, no, that's fine. You know, they were behaving like you would, right? Well, they're not you. They're not you. They have a totally different, they have totally different rules of engagement. They're supposed to be trained to de-escalate. They're supposed to be trained to apprehend with the least aggressive means possible. You are wrong on this one. He had a knife in hand, already tased. Absolutely not abuse of force here in the UK. I'd be shocked. I'd be shocked if that was the case. I don't know if they stop trying to defend the guy. Oh God, do we have to do this every time? I'm not defending a fucking stabber, you absolute dumbass. Oh my God. Oh God, every time I forget that it is moronic. People have only one speed, you know what I mean? Yeah, of course it's great that they fucking apprehended a stabber, you idiot. Like, that's a given. That's understood. That's like well established, right? Stabbing is I mean, this is a heinous act of violence. There's no excuse for this kind of behavior. Every single action taken in the apprehension is supposed to be treated as, is this actually advancing a successful apprehension, or is this someone who is like angry and just taking out his anger on a person? There's a good reason for why. Hopefully it'll be hopefully there will be enough necessary nuance to have a conversation like this in a community like mine. I worry that the UK will become the United States of America. I hope the British people in my chat that are watching right now will understand that you let this kind of stuff slide because you're like, oh, it's a passionate moment, it's a heated moment. And these cops were just like, doing their brave duty or whatever. Eventually, that's how you arrive at America. Okay. So if you're horrified by the rank violence that you see from American law enforcement against both armed and certainly unarmed individuals, understand that we didn't get to that overnight. It didn't happen one day randomly. It happened through years and years of expanding the permission boundary on what cops are able to do to people that have done something wrong. Yeah. Today it's a stabber. Tomorrow it's a shoplifter that will receive this kind of brutalization, just so you understand. And given the trajectory of the UK, maybe it's someone who says free Palestine that will be on the receiving end of this brutalization. Today it's a stabber. Okay. Yesterday it's a shooter. Today it's a stabber. Tomorrow it's a shoplifter. And the day after, it'll be someone who's saying they support Palestine action. That's how it goes. I'm telling you from personal experience. I'm telling you from someone who lives in a country where there are no standards for use of force. The United States of America is insane with this shit. We have totally normalized it and we totally justify it. So it's a warning. If your immediate inclination is to say, oh, well, sucks to suck, just remember, it will escalate. It will get worse. Would you sell out for $1 billion? No, because there's no difference in my way of existence currently between doing what I'm doing and making the amount of money I'm making now and $1 billion. Okay. Obviously, there's an unbelievable amount of difference between the amount of wealth I have, the financial security I have, and $1 billion. But from where I'm standing, I already have all of the freedoms that I need to have. If anything, the amenities that come in that situation isn't like the generational financial freedom. It's actually the lack of hit pieces. Because if I were to turn heel, if I were to, become an anti-communist, a vicious anti-communist, and still maintain some of the progressive values too, while I'm at it, if I were to become the person that like those on Twitter to my left claim I am right now, I would get 0 hit pieces. Every day would be another Glaze sesh, the Joe Rogan of the left, shepherding young men out of the dangerous pits of radicalization and shepherding them in the direction of the Democratic Party. A man who really wants to save America. Okay? Oh, it would be great. It would be fucking great. I mean, I respond to one of these guys, by the way, here. Hassan's message is vote for the party that did a genocide in Gaza. This inhumans of capitalism. Ojibwa. Okay, Hammer and Sickle account. I said AIPAC spent $9 million against Corey for calling out Israel's genocide, you fucking moron. I guess you're happy with a servant of Israel occupying this seat, but I am not. Perhaps I should just keep posting about how bourgeois democracy is a dead end for the working class and then wait for a spontaneous revolution to take shape like you are. That guy's ACP, I think. I don't know what it is, but there are a lot of people that don't understand what I'm trying to do. And I explain it all the time, and yet they just don't hear it.
I think one of the reasons why this was particularly notable for many people, that interaction that you had with Mike Huckabee, and the reason you in particular got so much pushback is because there is an enormous sensitivity around Israel being the homeland of the Jewish people.
Oh my God. Oh my God.
I'm Brian Kilmeade. 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 I'm Brian Kilmeade.
Oh my God. Who fucking cares? Are you serious? Do you hear yourself? Oh no. This colonial outpost that is an apartheid state filled to the brim with ethno-religious supremacist values that has conducted a genocide is also, I'll have you know, the very special emotional support apartheid state that's conducting a genocide. For many people, why don't you think about their fucking feelings? Oh, I'm sorry. I didn't realize that I was supposed to care about those things. This, in and of itself, is no different than someone being like, oh, you want black people to be able to vote in the South? But don't you care about the feelings of white Christian nationalists in the South? They could feel really, they feel like their rights are being encroached on if you actually bring this up, if you actually advance this position, okay? Who cares? I'm sorry, I don't give a fuck, okay? Genocide is bad. I don't give a shit if it's hurting some people's fucking feelings. Fuck their feelings. They can suck my dick. This is what I mean. It's like such a stupid fucking way, such a self-centered, unbelievably narcissistic way to frame this conversation. Oh no, I'm gonna hurt the feelings of people who feel a special bond to Israel. What will I do? This is also part of the reason why I get so mad when people are like, Hassan, you're a Zionist, or Hassan, you engage in like Jewish exceptionalism or whatever the fuck, because I separate actively Judaism and Jews from the nation state of Israel, where people will be like, oh, dude, that's Jewish exceptionalism or whatever the fuck. Or the fact that I also care about anti-Semitism implies that I'm engaging in Jewish exceptionalism. It's bullshit, okay? I separate between those who are cynically advancing anti-Semitism as a cause in an effort to deflect away criticisms of Israel, valid criticisms of Israel, okay? And I know every dumb fuck loves chirping at this very moment and goes, oh, not gonna lie, it's kind of true though. Yeah, totally, dude. You're right. We should actually be anti-Semitic. We should actually be anti-Semitic. That's the best way to defend Palestinians, right? You're a fucking idiot. My question always is, does this help the cause? Okay? Is being anti-Semitic helping Palestinians? No, it's not. There's no strategic goal there. There's no calculated goal there. It's just fucking untrue and it's stupid.